Saif al-Islam Gaddafi is back in Libya and he wants to stand for presidency. Right, the whole world is going backwards now with the whole fall of Afghanistan, and now Libya is coming back in the name of Saif al-Islam Gaddafi. This guy who, what was his dad? The last dictator, well, not the last dictator. Libya has not been in great form since 2011, but the last, the dynasty of the Gaddafis. He left. He got killed, and the whole revolution happened. And this is a perfect example of U.S. foreign policy and Western foreign policy creating a mess and making things worse, and continue to make the same mistakes. And this is actually going back to Joe Biden. I'm going to talk about Joe Biden on this because this was the old photos of the good days of the Gaddafi family, and this is what it looks like now. It's been interesting because he actually looks like his dad now. So he went to prison after his dad was removed, and then in 2017 he was freed. And even though there isn't obviously an arrest warrant against him internationally, but they don't really care about that apparently. So he's just been doing his own thing. Now he's running for president. So this is showing a perfect example of why the US foreign policy and Western foreign policy have just been failing and failing and failing for the past few decades. This is no longer the good days of James Bond and the CIA. No. This is completely changing the whole of the attitude of the Western civilization, because these guys in Afghanistan took over only a few months ago, all thanks to our failure of President Biden. President Biden was part of the same administration under Obama that gave us the chaos that we saw in Libya. Now, the initial move against Gaddafi, the airstrikes, fine, you could say, because that was successful, but there was no plan. At least we didn't really put our, boots on the ground. That would have been a whole different game. We did create an Afghanistan a while ago, and Libya was a different example. And again, the mess we also tried to stir the pot in Syria didn't really go well. On the other hand, the way we are dealing with the dictators in Iran, complete inaction. Not just inaction. Biden and Obama and all the other neoliberal globalists who have been making deals with Iran, they've been making deals with China, they've been bowing down to them, and now you wonder why China and Russia are laughing at us. The whole of the legacy of Joe Biden and his administration, and of course Barack Obama and all the others in the past, apart from one, it's a successive governmental fault that we've had since Bush, even before that Clinton, and with Obama, and now Biden, apart from President Trump. Now Trump only had 4 years. He went against the consensus and the wave of globalism, and they stopped him. If he had continued, it would have been a completely different picture, because Biden and his legacy and people like Biden gave us, after years and decades of technical progress, whatever you want to call it, the Taliban are back, the Gaddafi family are back, and China and Russia are back. So everything we did in the 20th century and early 2000s and early 2010s, complete waste of time, waste of energy, and waste of human life, because what was the point? If you're going to surrender and lose, then this is what you do. This is exactly why the supporters of Joe Biden should be responsible for giving us these people, for giving us Obama, for giving us Clinton, for giving us Joe Biden, and all these others. This is disgusting, and it has to stop. And I cannot wait for 2024. And as long as President Trump stands again, this time I will openly, vocally, publicly support him, just to stand up against the establishment. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.